Next up at UFC Vegas 92, we have Angela Hill taking on Luana Pinheiro. Angela Hill, 11-2 overall. 3-2 in... Wait, who the hell did I just read? Oh, Angela Hill. 3-2 in her last... No, I read this backwards. Luana Pinheiro, 11-2 overall. 4-1 in her last 5. She is coming off that KO loss to Amanda Ribas. Taking on Angela Hill, 16-3 overall. 3-2 in her last 5, coming off the decision win over Denise Gomes. This is another tricky fight. It opened dead even. Angela Hill, the veteran, the tried and true, the older, more experienced fighter in this matchup, getting the nod in the betting odds. Angela Hill has that high fight IQ. She is a veteran, mostly a striker with speed, volume, lots of versatility, no power whatsoever. She is talented. She's sort of become the gatekeeper. They're using her to measure where other fighters are in their sort of range here. She's good everywhere, but she's not a threat. Her path to victory in this fight, just like every other fight, is stick and move, get on your bike, make something happen. She did just come off that win over Denise Gomes, where she was a wrestler. She had 5 takedowns in that fight. She's taking on Luana Pinheiro. She's a powerful striker, solid takedowns, and decent BJJ. She's averaging more than 2 takedowns per fight and has no problem swinging wild while running forward. She's a high-volume fighter with knockdowns in 2 of her 5 UFC fights. She's coming off the loss to Amanda Ribas, where she had a takedown, but then she got finished in the 3rd. Angela Hill could quite literally be the least dangerous fighter in this division. She's almost 40 years old. She doesn't really have any power, but she doesn't have any signs of aging or slowing down either. She continues to be fast, stick and move, be that high fight IQ style fighter. She doesn't really take any wins or risks, and she'll grind out these decision wins. She's beaten plenty of talented fighters. I see more of the same here. I think eventually she's going to look old, but I don't think it's going to be on Saturday night. I think she's going to win a pot shot type decision here over Luana Pinheiro. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, honestly, it's always crazy, honestly, to kind of put your money on Angela Hill, but then you think about it, and she's a durable girl and is always in close fights and finds the way to just kind of out-tough shit. I might put a bet on Angela Hill. I have all the respect in the world for Luana. She's a tenacious fighter. She's going to come in. She could look great in the first, 3-4 first round of this fight, but she does slow down. If she doesn't get that finish, I don't think she's going to get a finish against a girl that just is so well-rounded as Angela Hill. I mean, she just is just so well-rounded and showed a little bit more of that tenacious, nasty against Denise Gomes. Denise Gomes tried to bully her basically, and Angela Hill was like, no, you're not gonna fucking bully me, I'm gonna bully you. And I think the same thing could happen here. I mean, Luana, coming off that knockout loss, wants to get it back, comes in as she always does, aggressive, maybe a judo throw here or there. That's what she does at her core. But I think Angela Hill's just gonna be way too tough in that first round, not gonna get finished, and then she's going to win the next 2 rounds. I mean, I think this is just a prototypical Angela Hill versus a prospect with some cardio issues and isn't crazy talented. I think Luana's good, right? And she's got good striking. She can land some power. She's got her judo, but she doesn't have crazy wrestling or jiu-jitsu, and her striking will slow down. There's not a lot of combinations, just a lot of power, a lot of explosion. Angela Hill's been there, done that, seen all that. I think experience takes over. Who wins the next 2 rounds and wins this fight.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And the age, I'm not a huge fan of the older fighters. And I think if you literally bet only the younger fighter, no other, you factored nothing else in, you just bet the younger fighter, I think the younger fighter wins more than 60% of the time. Something like that. It's some stat that's almost right there. But the women's divisions and the men's heavyweight divisions are kind of different. And Angela Hill being 39 almost doesn't matter. She's not any slower. There's no differences. She looks exactly the same now as she did 5 years ago. No different at all. And that version, the fast, just throwing stuff out there nice and quick, moving around with that type style, can absolutely win this fight. And I do think she wins this fight. And there's probably decent value at the -135. 16-13 in her career. That means she's lost 13 times. That's a ton of losses. But if you dig a little deeper, they're all to pretty high quality, high level opponents. They're not losses to the Luana Pinheiros of the world. Luana's dangerous. Luana's got some skills, but she'll fade if she doesn't get a finish early here. $7,900 in DraftKings for Luana, $8,300 for Angela. I got to dig a little deeper on Angela's scoring. I don't know how well she'll score. If she gets takedowns, 100%, she'll score really well. But I don't think taking down Luana Pinheiro is the best route to go here. What do you think, Jakey boy? You going to spend any money on either one of them in your DraftKings lineup?
Nope.
All right. Well, there we go. If you do want to unlock the picks, the bets, the round line leans, and more, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. It is only $10 an entire month. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.